Hello, hello, hello. Are you ready? Are you ready? Whoa, Mr. and Mrs. SHO, welcome. Welcome, Jimmy T, welcome. Afum Z, welcome. Welcome.
Welcome everybody.
Welcome.
Glad to have you.
Yes, so.
Welcome. Welcome everybody. You're welcome to this Instagram live where we'll be talking about the role of beauty or brain in marriage. Which one is important? Beauty versus brain. Let's try to deal once and for all. Let's just get it over with. Which one are you even going for? What are the things that we need to learn? The things that we need to understand? So here we'll just be waiting for like few minutes before we kick off. So if there are some other people that you feel that you need to invite for this live, please do so and tell them that we are live.
Yes, so we are live. We are live. So as many people as you need to join this call, please reach out to them. Let them join us. Let them join us. All right. So we'd like to know where you people are joining us from. Jimmy T, Afomzi, Mage Floor, and the other people that are joining us. Let us know where you are joining us from. Oh, Marriage Family Word 1. Thank you for coming in. You're welcome. Please, where are you joining from? Let us know where you're joining us from. It promises to be a great time tonight because our guests are here. Yes. Mr. and Mrs. SHO are gonna be allowing them in right about now. All right, so I just wanted us to pray.
Oh, yes.
All right, so let's pray. Father, we thank you for tonight. Thank you for the session. We give you praise because we know that it's going to be a fruitful one. And we know that everyone on this call is going to be blessed. And lives will not remain the same. There will be transformation in Jesus' name. And all heavy questions will be answered. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Married Family Word 1. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We are grateful. So please, guys, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from? Let's know. Let's know.
So just starting in less than 1 minute now. Starting in less than 1 minute. So I think we should even start already.
Yeah, let's start already.
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see, the title of today is beauty or brain a must in marriage? Is beauty or brain a must in marriage? And for us, one of the reasons why we asked this question is because we've been seeing different, from Waterloo C. Oh, welcome, Jimmy T. Thank you for joining us. All right, one of the reasons why we're asking this question is because a lot of people seem to be very confused. You hear people say things like, man, whoever I'm going to marry, man, the lady must be busty. And you hear some people say that no, she must have back. And by she must have back, you understand what I mean?
Like backbone.
Like wow. Wow, just wow.
No. We need to be
backbone.
We need to be sure of what you mean by
God.
back. Like, is it like the back, the hunch back, or,
My
or what
God.
exactly?
Okay, so the kind of back I'm talking about is, when you talk about the backside, like the bum area. You understand that kind of thing? Okay, so you are clear now. Okay. Then for some ladies, in fact, for a lot of ladies, an average lady will tell you that she wants a tall, dark, and handsome guy. And sometimes you wonder that, okay, where do you put the short guys?
And
Where
the
do you
fair
put the
guys.
fair guys? You know, we know that some people like fair guys, but the majority like the tall, dark, and handsome. In fact, that tall is like a ringtone. You know, tall. It must be tall, dark, and handsome. In fact, I remember there was a client I had about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we had a session together 2 weeks ago, and I was asking about the guy she's in with right now because I knew of her ex, you know, and the issues that happened and how, you know, they parted ways. So I was trying to find out what is going on with her at the moment, and she said, well, the guy that I have now, the guy is giving me peace. So actually I like the guy, you, but the guy is not just tall. He's not just my spec. He said, that coach, I can't believe that I'm the one that agreed to this guy. And I'm like, okay, so what else? Tell me another thing. Because at the end of the day, the one that was tall that you were with before did not give you peace of mind. Now there's a short one that is giving you peace of mind, that is answering all the questions in your heart, that is ticking every other box in your heart in terms of oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, okay, so no wala. So you guys have an idea of why we're looking at this topic, and also we are going to be looking at it with respect to even in marriage. In marriage, is beauty and brain important even in marriage? You know, this one I talked about now was with respect to before you got married. Then in marriage, is it important? We need to find out too. So that's why we are here. So at this point, I'm going to be inviting Mr. and Mrs. SHO to join us on this call. So Mr. and Mrs. SHO, please send us a request. We'll accept your request and you will join us already so that we can kick off.
Okay, so while we are awaiting their request, can you just type in the comment section for you what's your take? Like I'm not so particular about looks. Me, for example, I wasn't particular about looks, should be told, even though yeah, I got a told like an handsome guy, yeah, but I was not particular about looks. I just wanted more of a matter of time that I would, start appreciating whatsoever container God is giving to me. I was more particular about the content, right? Container to matter, though I'm not saying it does not matter, yeah, but I was more particular about the content, right? And then the container to now, but I only close my eye towards the content just because of the container. And not the container is not even good, it's not just my spec, right? So what exactly is this spec for? Why do you even have the spec in the first place? What is the functionality of this spec? How will this spec affect your life and destiny? How will this spec affect your marriage or your children or whatever thing? Does it even have effect to even start with? Let's even start from there. So what are the different things that you feel, or are we just having this spec because this is what is trending? Are we having this spec because maybe to make up for your own shortfall? There's some people that they are short already in life and they don't want short people so that their children will not be like dwarfs, yeah? But it doesn't really matter, does this? Because I mean, you that are short, you're making progress in life, you're making waves
Oh,
in life.
great.
Yay!
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Hi. Good evening, Mama. Good evening.
Yes, so.
Sorry.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Coach M and Coach O. Let me
Yes,
call
so.
it the proper way.
That's right.
Let's
That's
leave
right.
our
That's
Papa away.
yes. Please bring it. Okay, so we just want to get our AirPods.
Okay.
We didn't think of that before. Yeah, let's get that.
Okay.
So good
That's
to have you
fine.
guys. So
But
good,
can
so
you hear us
good.
clearly?
No, we can hear you. We can hear you, but we
Okay.
just want to hear you more closely. Yes, but we can hear
Okay.
you. Yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay. Great. Great.
So, how you people doing now? How you doing?
We are fine. Oh, we
How
are
was your day?
fine. Good. Been a busy day, but we thank God.
Yeah,
We're happy to do this. Happy to be here.
yeah,
How
very
is
good.
how is King David doing?
Yeah, David It's good. It's good. He's
I'm
in bed.
so
He's in bed at the moment.
he's in bed.
All thanks. All thanks
Such
to
a
God. If not,
such a
if
such
not,
a
he would have
diligent
joined
man.
our session.
I'm telling you.
How about your boy now? Where is he? Check.
He may feature he may feature very soon.
Oh, okay. He's even awake.
He's awake. Oh, very
Wow,
awake.
wow, wow. It's even surprising that David is not even awake himself. Because on a normal day, he doesn't miss things like this.
Funny enough, he tried to be awake like some 20 minutes ago.
Yes.
He just woke up on his own. I'm like, no, not today, not today. We are going to go back and sleep. Because once he's awake like that, he just wants to feature. He just wants to
Yes.
feature.
Exactly. That's how they
But
all
well,
are.
thank God.
Exactly.
Thank you for having us. Good evening, everyone.
So,
Everyone
so
joining.
everyone joining. Yes, so yes. Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So I was just even saying that what for people that have already joined, what are your preferences? Like the person has to be fine. No, like my husband was saying that person has to have back, and I was saying that please, the what's back exactly? Is it the onto back, or be the flat back, or be the backbone? So let us know what exactly we are talking about right here. Let us put, what they used to say that let us saw job Benico, let us hit the nail on the head so that we know if it's like hunchback
That's
effect. I don't want to. I really don't want to. So, what are the things that people are expecting and why? Because we know that some people it's because of the trend TDH, I mean like me too now let me enter the trend, or some people they are deficient in code like that, like people like us now for example they can see that probably we are closer to the ground, or those kind of stuff, and they want someone that is probably closer to God.
Wow. Wow.
You'll be
Now you
surprised.
closer to God.
You'll be surprised at the reason why some people want some things, and you'll be surprised at how shallow some of these things could be sometimes. And because they are shallow,
Oh, somebody said something. Somebody said something that just look nice, and it's simple things like getting haircuts.
you
Yeah,
can say
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
say that. Like we were discussing some days ago that nobody is ugly. Oh. Nobody
Hmm.
is ugly because
Let money come.
exactly.
Oh my
I was
God.
I was giving my husband examples of all the secular artists. For example, Olamide Bado. When he
right.
started music, my God. Wow. Okay, let me not say much. Olamide was not right.
Right.
See Olamide now.
And money has
Olamide now.
come.
Money has come. So you let money
Yeah,
come. You let money come. Nobody is in quotes not fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is fine. It's
Yeah.
because if my money come
Hey,
finish,
hey,
oh my
you will know what's going on.
God.
You will know that somebody is
Hmm.
fine.
So some of these things, people that don't even have nice dentition, when their money come, they put braces, they put all this orishi. Before you know it, yellow teeth have turned to white teeth already. And then some people
Exactly.
go the extra mile of probably not really appreciating themselves enough. You see them, augmenting their body, their chest, their back, their everything, wanting to look. So there is really nothing about physical looks for me. So far, the content is making so much sense. The content is aligning with what God has ordained it to be. He said that physical looks is just by the way. Me, I never for once, had a list of physical, he has to have straight leg or white
Ah,
feet.
And last,
So,
God
yeah,
still
we
gave
go
her.
like
God still
that.
gave her
You
that
are still the
straight leg.
farmer.
He still gave her the white teeth.
I
Still gave her everything,
know.
despite the fact
I
that
know. She
she
lost
was not
nothing.
very keen on
She
all
got
those
it all.
things.
She got
Oh
it
my
all.
God,
Isn't
she
God
got it
faithful?
all.
anyways, the only thing, or one of the things I can say that God actually did for me, because me I did not have, number one, eyelashes, and my son got that one.
Eh, eh,
Yes,
eh, eh,
you never think of something as small as this.
eh,
My
eh.
eyelashes are very short and they're scattered. They are anything you can call it. But this guy, I'm like, God, like woman needs this thing more than this man. For
That's
God's sake,
mad.
why you
I
keep
know. It's back to lashes for us, sir. Back to
I'm telling you.
Oh my
And then his
God.
brows, the brows too are now what's it called, laid
Yeah,
without
Lee.
carving, and oh, I'm like, oh my God, no, 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 no,
It's
no.
the
So I think we
details.
should just give it
God is
over
in the
to you to
details.
So
In
good.
detail, oh, in
like,
detail.
where was I, God? Like, where was I? Did I go to the toilet or what? Eh? So I think over to
All
you,
right,
Saz and
all right.
Maz.
So at this point, we want to start off by um, asking you both, what do you think about beauty and brain? So let's look at the title. Let's look at the title. Is beauty or brain a must in marriage? So let's take it first from the angle of looking for somebody before getting into a relationship with a person and then deciding to get married to that person. So let's take it first from that angle. So what is the role of beauty and brain in picking a spouse, in picking choice of somebody I want to get into a relationship with, and then metamorphosing it into marriage? So let's start with that.
Okay. So good. Thank you
So
guys
over
for
to you.
having us.
All
Thank you for
right.
having us. And you've already laid the foundation to this conversation. But I mean, before we answer your question, I must just say that Coach O, even though you didn't have all the specs listed, like some of us that had, what we're looking for, this and that,
Oh.
still
You are aligned. What is messy more than what you asked for, what you even imagined, right? So I mean, there's a big lesson there, where you're probably focused, you had your eyes on purpose and all of these things, and then in God's mercy, he routed the right person. Look at Coach M now, handsome man, looking sharp,
My God.
good.
My God. My
I
God.
know.
My God.
But
Please give me my flowers.
you have,
Give me my flowers.
you have everything. You have everything. You have everything. And but like we on,
everybody was made in the image of God, right? So there is nobody that was born ugly, nobody was born, in a certain way. It's really one of things that have labeled people, right? And I want to imagine a world where everybody was tall, or everybody was dark skinned or light skinned. It will be such a boring world, right? And God is our God is a God of varieties. We see the blue skies, we see the tall trees, the hibiscus flowers. So this world is full of varieties. So it's in God's design that we have varieties. That's the first thing I want to establish. It's in His design that we have varieties. But where do people now get, their matrix? How do you define that? The person I must date or marry must look in a certain way. Must be, like we said, must have six packs, must be tall, must be short, must be chubby. All my life, I always just thought, for you to get married or date a person, the person has to be in a certain way. I have friends that that grant them joy, just that they desire. And this just shows that God has planted different desires in the hearts of people, right? So I'll be wrong to judge you by your own desires. You'll be wrong to judge me by what I want. But that's just as a background. But should people who are you're in a relationship, dating or going into marriage, should your desire be that the person was looking a certain way? Let's also add the brain element to it too. Must the person also be, intellectually sound? And my own honest answer is yes. The person must be beautiful. The person must be smart. Must have brains. But what we define beauty as is what matters, right?
True.
The reason why are attractive, you understand? One of the main reasons, But when we begin to label people and put them in boxes, this person must be this way, this person must be that way. That's really where we begin to get it wrong, right? But I'm not going to. I mean, like we also said earlier on, there's nobody that is not fine. You know, just take a
Yeah.
throwback picture. Every time I look at our
Oh
throwback
my
pictures,
God.
my NYSC pictures, how we looked when we were 10 years ago, because I mean, how long have we been married? Okay, we're married for almost 4 years, right? And when I look at my wedding pictures and I look at the person I am now, I've seen a transformation. And that's because of the woman that God has given to take care of me.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
you know, small breeze of prosperity just blowing on us here and
Take your
there.
flowers. Take
You
it.
know,
Take it.
you can sleep on a good bed with AC blowing your head here and there. You know, this thing just add to your freshness here and there. So that means the freshness was there all along. It was
Yeah.
something to some finishing and punishing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So nobody is ugly, right?
Yeah.
10 years from now, I'll be more handsome. 10
True.
years from now,
True. Absolutely.
you will look much
Out
better,
there.
Absolutely.
because you'll be able to
Absolutely.
afford certain things that will,
Yeah.
you know, keep
Yes.
you going,
Yes.
right?
True.
So,
True.
but that cannot be. I must not choose my partner based on just the mix of she.
Yeah.
He has 6 packs. Because after taking care of him for 1 year, 6 packs can disappear.
I must confess to you, before I come married,
Yes. Yes.
my packs there. I got married to man. She arranged my pack. Right.
I think while losing you, I didn't get that well. I don't know which network. I don't know if it's our own network or your own network that is.
Hi,
Let me check. Yeah. Our network is very good. No, but please continue. Please continue.
Oh, okay.
Please continue.
Just want to see.
Please continue.
You're just confirming if you can hear us.
Okay. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So I was saying that yes, over time, you know, for you to you know, grow and become more attractive, right? But for you to be life partner, so you're going to with the long term. I mean, you're not trying to change spouses every 5 minutes, every 10 days, every 30 days. It's someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Mr. Pula, shout out to you. Spend the rest of your life with. You must be there that you look at before you make your decision, right? You know, even scripture tells us that beauty is vain. You know, charm is deceitful, beauty is vain. But a woman who praises God, you know, a woman who fears God should be praised, right? So you must look. Sorry, can you still hear us?
We can hear you.
Okay, great. So every I mean, this goes to both gender, right? You must look beyond just, I mean, your basis of not be the physical appearance of a person, right? Quick story myself. In my list of who to marry in terms of physical attributes and all of that, you know, like Coach O said, I was not looking for someone who was closer. She's going to fight me now. I was not looking for some. I was not looking for a petite lady. Let me be more. Let me be more conservative with my description.
That's what's in your chest. Talk your mind.
I was looking for a petite lady, right? A small girl. You know, I was looking for a tall lady. You know, I mean, that was what was on my own list, right? But when I encountered the person called Christina Olushe at that time, now Christina,
oh my God,
now my wife.
Oh my God, Lord, we give you praise. Lord, we give you praise.
My big brother calls her small body, big engine.
Hallelujah.
Small body, big engine. Meaning that
Hallelujah.
when I encountered the capacity
Ah, yeah.
that God
Talk to me. Talk to me.
installed
Talk to me. Talk to me.
inside of
Talk to me.
her, she's not a V6 engine, no, it's not a V4 engine.
Yes.
If you know cars,
Yes.
she's the
Yes.
highest of capacities,
Yeah.
right?
My
When I
God.
encountered
Be infinity.
infinity,
Oh
when I
God.
encountered her, my desire for a tall lady, I didn't know when I
Vanished.
threw it into the dustbin
He
because
vanished.
because 4 years in marriage, I have not said the reason why we are still married today is because you are a certain height.
You are.
That's
Yeah.
not the reason. Or the reason why we are still together is because you are short or you are tall. That is not the reason, right? So people must look beyond just a certain matrix, or the person must look a certain way, right? And I will balance this and let my wife speak. I would not, and I'm not also saying that the person that you are choosing to marry, you should not now like the person. Like the person will be your. I mean, we've said that God does not make anybody ugly. Nobody was made ugly, but perhaps maybe with the lens that you are viewing the person is not looking fine to you. I'm not going to say that you should now go and marry somebody that you don't like, someone that you're not attracted to, someone that when you see the person, you are like. I'm not going to say that because most times when Christians have issues with that, many Christian sisters are saying God. If they are scared that if they ask God for His will, they won't feel like the will of God is always punishment. They always feel that the will of God is an ugly man who is spiritual. They always feel like the will of God cannot be done. The will of God cannot be handsome. The will of God cannot be, cannot be good looking. But okay. But look at me now.
Romantic,
But look at me now.
yeah.
Look at Coach M now.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't look at the will of
Receive
God.
Receive it. Receive
No,
it.
there cannot be any other will of God. No other one. Because what?
So
Oh my God.
just to balance that. But let me let my wife add one or two things.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
Awesome.
thank
Awesome.
you. You said a lot,
Awesome.
right?
I love
I
it.
think that I just want to chip in quickly that in reality, what even defines, I like to say, marry your own beautiful, right? Because everybody's beautiful is different.
Word.
And ensure that your own beautiful, that your definition of your own beautiful is not just a product of peer pressure or general societal conditioning.
Love it.
Because what you
I
find
love
is
it.
that in different, with media, in different seasons, there's a different definition of beautiful. At one time, media's beautiful was
Thank
the super
you. Thank
slender,
you.
most beautiful girl in Nigeria. All those were always slim and slender. You look like her. And then over time, that definition of beautiful has moved.
Big hips.
So people have gone from starving themselves and becoming anorexic over trying to be slim
Yes.
to getting implants, trying to be big. Who knows what is going to be 10 years? So media will keep evolving, and unfortunately, we downplay how subtle media conditions us.
My God.
Ensure that your definition of your beautiful is not just coming from what media has sold to you.
Right.
There is actually a way that even because what God, when the Bible talks about having the mind of Christ, is that your Bible talks about being renewed. It's not just your soul. It's not just your spirit man being renewed as a Christian. It's also your mind. God wants to work on your mind to help you to see things as He sees things. So if you are still seeing through the lens of the world, the average person, that's what media has taught you and all that, you will not see as you should see as a child of God. You will not see past. You will not see through as you should. Because as a child of God, you're not just seeing the container. God grants you the level of discernment to see through people. So if you're only choosing to see as men see, you will miss out on value. We still joke about it in my house today. When my mom, visited my husband's, we visited his house, his parents' house in Korea. I'll never forget. The day she went there for the first time, I saw a picture of him hanging on the wall. That was a picture of him from graduation, his graduation for university. My mom looked at me and started laughing. I said, what did you see?
Do you know that this same question you asked it's the same question that my wife used to ask sometimes, that what did she even see? Because my God, if you saw my picture, even me myself, I used to look at myself that, what did this lady even see? Ha! Mm.
My mom said, what did you
Let's
say?
not
You're
talk
not
about books.
laughing. So just to buttress that point,
Yeah.
that people even evolve.
Mm.
And if
Yeah.
remember, marry your own beautiful. We're not saying don't marry
Yeah.
someone beautiful. Marry your own beautiful, but make sure that your definition of beautiful is not coming from what has been sold to you by media or sold to you by your conditioning, whatever it is. Let God teach you what beautiful is. Let grow your Christianity so that you begin to see not just people as they are, but see through them, see what they can be, what they can become. Appreciate them, receive them as they can be,
Right.
and make your choices from that angle as well.
So good.
I love it. I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. All the points you both have raised are very salient points. It's very sad these days how that media is really forming, even the ideologies of a lot of so-called believers. And when I mean believers, I mean Christians, such that on their own, they cannot by themselves say that, okay, this is my own particular definition of what I want or what I desire. You understand? So they are always looking for validation everywhere. You understand? So you see somebody get a guy or get a lady and want somebody that he or she can show off
Right.
to a friend.
Yes.
That a friend will say yes. That a friend will say, "Wow, you mean say that one are your boyfriend? Wow, oh, that guy fine." Oh. You understand? And then for some guys, it'll be like, "Wow, you mean say that girl your girlfriend? Wow, oh, that girl get hips so." That kind of thing. So they want to get something that, or someone that they will get validation for, which is not really in their own best interest. Let me use myself as an example. I remember that when I first met my wife. Okay, so for those of you who are on this call that have not tuned into our YouTube page, Love and Emotions Hub on YouTube. If you have not seen our videos on YouTube and you are not subscribed to our YouTube page, you are on a long thing. You are very, very wrong. So please, please go, run and go there. It will bless you. It will bless you. There was one of the videos we shot, and the title of the video is How Not My Spec Became Now My Spouse. That was the title. How Not My Spec Became Now My Spouse. And the funniest thing, this same story was the same on our both sides, on each side. So there were some things that were not really a spec on my own side. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There were things that were not my own spec on our side. In fact, before we got along, we first had a very brutal first meet. It was we met on a first wrong note in that sense, until about almost 2 years after that we now met in church, and then something led to another that made us now begin to talk. It was from the place of talking. It was from the place of talk. So I was not even seeing her in the light of somebody I wanted to date.
I was not
or
saying
somebody.
it too.
Right.
I was not saying it too.
Wow. Sorry, mommy. Sorry, mom.
You have to say that.
I know I've lost it. Sorry. She had to say that. I really. So, and really, that's the truth. I was not seeing her in that light. But when we started talking, we started having conversations. So we're doing a lot of this book reviews. So we got a lot of books to be reviewing. So we pick a book. We say, okay, you read, me read. Let's discuss the book. You understand?
Friends.
Honestly, that was as friends. I'm telling you, as friends. Yes. In fact, at the time, no intentions whatsoever. No intentions whatsoever. And as at that time, she was looking up to me as a mentor. You get it now?
Look at
So I was playing the role of mentorship.
Don't mind him.
You get it now?
Don't mind him.
You get it?
One of the things that helped us, our mentor.
Oh
One
my
of the things
God.
that helped or facilitated the talk was that as at that time I was serving, and because he is the pharmacist, when he was serving in that family house, he was the family house doctor. So when it was my own turn to serve, I was the family house doctor. So when it comes to getting drugs or anything medical like that, I would contact him. That how did you do this? How did you do that? How did you do this? How did you do that?
Our
You know,
mentors.
that's the old
Mentor is mentoring.
mentorship thing.
I'm telling you, he's mentoring.
Anyways, continue your story.
You know, and then and you know, so from interactions, we just got talking and reviewing books together, and during those book review sessions, we now got to really open up to each other, and from there, I started knowing her mindset. What's her thought pattern like? What are the things that she holds dear? What are her values? What does she see family as? What's her thought pattern on finance? What does she see spirituality as? During all those times, all those areas of life, we were getting light, from each other's end. Now, not to a particular end in that sense, but just to, help each other in that sense that, okay, you have a companion that you who are reading together and really just doing life together in that sense. And before you know what was happening, oh my god, you are in spirit. You caught it.
Companion yourself
You caught it. That's it. You got it. So and then and then at the end of the day, it was along the line that we just noticed all of a sudden that oh my god, I say feelings don't they enter. In fact, she was the one that brought it up. That sir, please, let's put a pause to this thing. Let's define this thing. What are we doing? Because
don't let us go last day.
I'm telling you, don't let us go have accidents because and funny enough, at the time, I was not looking at looks in any shape or form. I am telling you. Me, I used to tell myself, I say, I used to prefer dark ladies. I'm telling you. It's surprising, Abby. Me, my own self, I used to prefer dark ladies. I'm telling you. How I got myself into a fair lady, I didn't know. I didn't know. Yellow CC. And look at, see what the Lord has done. What the Lord has done, So God looked at it that, no, this guy, if you go and get a dark lady, no, she's not the best for your future, Yes, and then thank God for what it is right now,
Of David.
And for us, and David, did you seen David's picture? How that guy is, yellow, the guy is fair. And people have been asking me that, why did the guy not pick my complexion? I'm like, well, I didn't know. He decided to pick his mommy's complexion, and all that. So, and that is really to say, to just buttress everything that you guys have said, the fact that paying attention to the most important things is really the main thing. Not to be fascinated about the look. Now, we're not saying that you should not like somebody who is beautiful, or not like somebody that is handsome, or not desire it. You can have desires, but don't let that be the driver. Yes, don't let that be the driver of who you get to hook yourself up with. I used to tell people every time, I said, have you seen this woman talk? She gets sense. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. She gets sense. No, the brain is there. Sometimes when see, for these people on this call, please marry right. I'm telling you, marry right. I want to beg you in the name of the Lord, marry right. Marry that person that when you are at that crossroad where you know that you need an input from somebody,
right?
And that input will make sense. You know, you can
and it will determine
and it will determine
the direction of your life.
my God.
The next stage of your
My
life.
God.
You can't afford to just mess
My
it up.
God,
You know,
my God.
some days when we're discussing about this thing, we're
Yeah.
saying that okay, what is even the role of beauty? What is
Mm.
the role of brain? And then we're talking about brains. That see, in this life, I don't want to marry somebody that I'll not be praying that God I beg go when my children come, let them pick my own kind of brain. Don't let them pick their mother's brain. Like seriously. Yes.
That they give you nursery 2. They give you nursery 2 assignment. Mommy say that mommy did not know it too.
They say I come and meet you, or she go and meet one
Yeah,
somebody in the
but
next
that
compound to
in the
help
next
you do
compound.
it. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I don't want somebody that I would not want my children to model after.
Yeah.
Is it body I want to chop?
Mm.
Is it physical looks I want to chop? I would have decisions, crucial decisions of how to turn in life, where to turn to in life. So if I'm going very far, I know that the kind of person that I should be looking out for should be somebody of substance.
Yeah.
That when we sit down together to make critical decisions, we can maximize it. We can use the power of one shall chase 1,000 and two shall chase 10,000. If there's nothing in the person's head, two will still chase the 1,000 or even 800 because there are some women that they will even take you backwards. Yes.
True, very true.
So when
Absolutely.
yes, where you are going in life will determine if you just want to settle for beauty and looks. If you are the kind of person that as money comes, let's just be living life, let's just be lounging, it's all vibes and every other thing. It's fine. I mean, what's my own business? Right? And that is why we have dysfunctional children, children that they don't have values, and they don't have values because their parents don't have values. Their parents are just superficial human beings. That's why you see these children when they are doing 5 years old birthday, 2 years old birthday, female children, for example, they'll put lashes, they'll put nails, they'll put all of those things on 2 years old children, and you're wondering that what exactly is going on. So it's very obvious that some of these women, for example, they're just outside people, nothing, no content, just containers. Is that what I really want in life? If that's what I want, it's fine. You can go ahead and
and they plenty. If that's what you want. In fact, especially in this social media age. Oh my God!
I was seeing
Have you seen the number of TikTok ladies that are shaking bum and shaking everything?
Yes, they would say that, and men used to preach, what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? They'll not on their back and be shaking bum and be like, is this one not okay? I'm like, oh, so it's only bum you want to bring to the table? Like how? I don't get. Yes, when you're making crucial decisions. In fact, you know, we used to discuss many things that.
Oh my God!
Even picking a child's school, it's not just a function of your pocket.
Yes.
It's a function of the need of the child.
Yes.
So if you don't even know some of these things, the only bum you have to be shaking on social media. You just put the child in the bum school too, and all of you be shaking bum together, right? Yes.
So the only good thing about it is that in this age and time, their TikTok page will grow very fast. And they will make money.
To what end? And
I think that if I may quickly,
yes.
So sorry, sis. You know, as you were sharing, it just occurred to me that, you know, many years of hearing the narrative of men are moved by what they see has affected the way men think they present themselves.
Oh,
thank you. Knowledge has now abound. Men are now asking what I bring to the table, and it's now surprising. Like, when did we start talking about bringing to the table? Because they've told us for so many years going on that men are moved by what they see. So people are so fixated on how they appear because they think that's what's
very
important.
true.
Yes, you may dress in a certain way, you may look a certain way, but I always say to people that you will attract your type of man. Any man that is forward looking, that has a purpose, that wants to, you know, build a home, a peaceful home, a home that is visionary, will not settle for you based on
my God,
dress, based on the way you carry yourself. Is a man that wants a one-night stand, a man that just wants to use you and dump you, that will settle for you. And I think ladies need to place premium on themselves, premium on their bodies, premium on their brains, premium on everything that God has given them. But let's also balance it a bit, right? I also wish and I also desire that people that carry content, right, should also present their content in a good container.
And that's not about
that's it.
And that's not about taking body. That's about That's about looking good. That's
you are.
as you
Smelling
are.
nice.
Be comfortable in your skin. You don't have to add extra flesh to what God has given you already. Be comfortable in your skin, but package yourself. I mean, when we're watching about King Charles, right? The coronation of King Charles. You know, the King of England. I looked at the royal families, up to the grandchildren, how they were dressed, they were covered up, and I bet that the clothes people wear probably outweighs all the clothes I've ever worn in value in my life, in value.
I'm telling you,
I'm
telling you,
right?
I'm telling you.
But they were well dressed, they were clothed. Decency. That's a picture of royalty. Royalty is not showing me your body. Royalty is covered up, decently looking, right?
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
Go and learn how to dress. I mean, some people. I mean, people need to be schooled because you see somebody wear color riots, but she has content. She has content, but her color is jamming. Maybe she wore one. Don't give any example. Let me give an example now. She wore one. Don't give any example. But she may be looking like some popular restaurant or eateries. You know, some kind of color, orange and whatever. You know, you understand. So let her go and learn how to. Everyone should.
It's not just for
so
marriage,
that
it's a life skill actually.
Exactly.
It's not just about meeting a partner. It's also about just meeting people. It's important for the workplace. It's a life skill.
Exactly. So that guy will not look at you and pass you by like I feel like So people that carry content, you also help us
have a presentation.
As well. Dress well, smell
because
fresh. Use deodorant. Use perfume. You know, comb your hair.
Deodorant.
Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth.
I think there are some comments in the chat. Maybe you want to read them out. People are sharing
So let's read some of the content, some of the comments. So I see, somebody said, yes, sister, you're right. Yeah, thank you, Marriage Family Word One. Thank you. The brain must be there. Absolutely. So true. So let's worship. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's worship said, we were even told kitchen is the goal. We were not trained in self-development and every other thing, which is one of the reasons why we are having this session. Yes. Those are some of the things we aim to address, you know, the fact that it's not only about the kitchen, you know, the world we are in now, things are changing. A lot of men need to know these things. Even women themselves need to know these things. Myself and my wife, when we're preparing, we're saying something. In fact, some of the things you mentioned were some of the things we discussed, where we were discussing. And we mentioned the fact that it's very important. It's very important that people pay premium, you know, pay attention to not just the looks, not just there's something I wrote in my book. Now, before I continue, let me talk about my book. Attracting and retaining the right man made easy. Attracting and retaining the right man made easy. Now, if you're on this call and you have not bought this book, and you are still single, for instance, or you know a brother or a sister that is single, and you have not bought this book, I don't know what to say, but I will just advise you that you go to our link in bio, click on our link in bio, and get yourself a copy, and you will see that it was forwarded by Dr. Kingsley Okonkwo, the world-renowned, yes, PK, our own very PK, yeah. So our daddy. So and one of the things I said in this book is the fact that before a man, especially for ladies, before a man will even know and see your content, he will first look at your looks.
Yeah.
Because it is your looks that will attract him to wanting to know what is inside the looks. And that's one of the reasons why I titled the book Attracting and Retaining. So you might attract him by your looks, but you cannot retain him by your looks. Because when he
Yes.
gets to that bus stop, yes, when he gets to that bus stop, he will ask you, Mommy, what else do you have to offer me, ma? And this is the reason why you will see somebody ask questions. I follow some pages and I see questions like, oh, this guy we've been dating for about 6 years. In fact, we're planning marriage. And before I knew what was happening, this guy was married to somebody else. Can you imagine? Because all you presented to this guy was looks and attraction and beauty. But there was somebody else that presented something far detailed than what you are given. Something he saw that will be more important for him and the kind of family he wants to raise and the kind of destiny that he wants to achieve. Forget the fact that he took advantage of you. Forget the fact that he dated you for 6 years. You are the one that allowed him. Because if you did not allow him, he will not date you for 6 years without destination. Do you understand? Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why, and that's why I say it every time. In fact, we say it every time. Don't date somebody without a plan in mind. You just be doing, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. For how many years? Go. And at the end of the day, exactly. And at the end of the day, you now be complaining that, oh, this guy, he just wasted my time. You wasted your time, mommy, sister. You wasted your own time. You know. So let's pay attention to these things. So at the end of the day, it's important that we spell out that brain is important, beauty is important, depending on how you put them. So don't put the cart before the horse. You understand?
I think both are complementary.
Yeah.
You know, and to buttress this.
Sorry, babe. Let me just read some other comment. Don't be limited by your looks. There must be substance. Yes, absolutely. Then somebody said the container we attract, but the content we keep. Wow, Jimmy T, I volunteered to get for 5 singles. Oh, thank you so much, Jimmy T. Thank you. So 5 singles, yes. Thank you so much, Jimmy T. So 5 singles. If you are interested in the volunteering that Jimmy T just did for this book, please send us a DM. Let us know. Prove to us why you need this book. Prove to us. Let's see it. You understand? So that will be our vetting process. Yes, that will be our vetting process. So, and somebody said something that the container we attract, but the content will keep him. Absolutely. Yeah. So, babe, continue.
So just to hammer on everything you all have said, if we notice the trend of politicians or big men in this country, for example, when they got married maybe in their low states, in everything, and then they got married to mommy. Now they are the president, they are the governor, they are the senators, they are the everything you want to call it. Their wife cannot represent outside, and because of that, they look for this younger version of side chick that fronts as the first lady.
Yes.
So please do not rub yourself off that part of you maximizing everything. So make sure that your look open. Look is spiritual. Or don't think that it's the carnal stuff to be using.
To be using cologne. My sister.
On when we had our conference, I saw Pastor Toju with a red hair and all. And then I was teasing my husband that, see, Pastor Toju putting on red hair. Me, I want to say, let me dye my hair small. You'll just be like,
yeah, but you are beautiful like this. You are beautiful.
No, I'm not saying. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. We will break the table last. Do you understand? You can look good. You can look good and you look pink and you don't look like Wobe child. You can look good and you look pink and you are glorifying God. So that when this man wants to be, because the truth is that, just as we said, men, they are still attracted to looks. I will not lie. They are attracted to looks. So when they are going out together, they want to see the woman they are walking with.
And appreciate.
Yes, and appreciate. And this is your wife. And they know that it's not only about looks, but this woman is a power engine.
She has something.
Do you understand? But you're a power engine, and you're just after one child now, you not be like, well, let's just be. Do you understand? If he knows that you are worth it. If people will be moving forward in the house, but outside there,
he will not be confident to present
exactly
you in that sense. Do you understand? You have the content to, but he also it will make more sense for you to package that content so that he's proud of you out there. You understand? And be able to show you to the world that, see, this woman has content, and not only content, she also has, you know,
this
the looks.
person is saying God saw all he created. He
my
saw
God,
that
I
all
love
he
it.
created,
I love it.
and they look good.
I
That means
love it.
God himself they see.
God they see.
God they see.
God
So
they
you
see.
now want to sit down and say
Good.
that
Let us
oh,
drop
looks
Yeah.
don't matter. Why
Yeah.
now?
So
You know,
at this point, okay, you wanted to say something. Please go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
just to add to all you said, right?
Yeah.
I think we should also look at it. We should also, I mean, give people a perspective. Now, we are married, right?
Yeah.
And how many years have you been married, sir?
Going to 3 years.
Going to 3 years. Okay, great.
Yes.
We are going to 4, right? In marriage. But we must also let people know that things will happen. So I mean, both mommies here, both ladies here have experienced pregnancy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if all that is driving your decision about picking a partner is how they look, you know, their body type in a certain way, that means just immediately maybe she gets pregnant or she has a child, you're going to actually file for divorce. Because
thank you.
Because you must understand that a woman's body will change, right? And you would need to love her in that state. Because anyways, you put her in that state. Let's say the truth. You put her in that state. So you cannot now say because she's not looking in that particular way, you now say you're not doing again. Yeah. So I'm just trying to give perspective that a woman's body will change. Seasons change over time. Even the man, you know, because we'll be talking. I mean, we'll be tilting more towards how a man views a woman. Also, let's balance it. A man too, a lady too. You know, in your choice of looks, some men too, after some time, their hair is going to disappear. Their hairline will drop. You know, not
start developing
one pack.
Jesus comes, our hair complete. You know,
for some men.
But for some
yes, so that's the gang, complete hair gang. In fact, I remember back in school, some ladies would look at me and say that, how come I have front hair? I say it's the Lord's doing, and it's marvelous in our sight. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's also balance, because women too, they need to keep saying a handsome husband. You know, I have to build up my game. I have to try to look good, dress well, impress my wife. You know, do form sexy man, do everything, just to keep it going as well. So both spouses, both partners must not drop the ball. Will not drop the ball. Yes. So it's not just a woman thing. So just wanted to put that in perspective.
I love it. And that makes a lot of sense. So please, if you're on this call and you have been enjoying this call so far, please drop it in the comment section. Let's know that you've been having fun so far. I'm seeing comments like, my people preach on. Thank you very much. Somebody said you must take responsibility for your actions. Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
somebody said amusement park. Somebody said super park. Yes, so
that's for the stomach.
Yes, for the stomach. Somebody said a sexy man. Yes, so somebody said I'm having fun. All right, thank you. He said I've been blessed. Awesome. So we just really want to know that. Okay. Oh, somebody has a question.
No, I'm just in. There's a question.
Okay. So we have a question. And let me see. Okay, now, because we are rounding up already, because I don't want this call to be too long. Now, why is it that a lot of times seemingly more beautiful ladies, are not married compared to those ones that people feel that they are not so fine? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. You know that there's this thing that you look at a girl and be like, Yes. So let me explain the question. So you will see, maybe like in a church, for instance, now you see a very beautiful very fine lady. You know, she's tall, she's slim, very beautiful.
Nice
Some,
package.
yes, nice package, everything, nice dressing and all that. And then she's not married. She has gotten to the age to marry, and she's not married. And then there's a friend, or there's another lady. She's not, yes, she's just average beauty in the face of people,
Yeah.
you know, in quotes, you know, just like people say that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. You understand? So generally people look at it that this other lady is more beautiful than this one, but this other one that doesn't look that beautiful is married, you know, is doing well as a married woman and all that. And the very beautiful one is not married. Why is that narrative so much out there? What do we think is responsible for that?
Someone says, okay. So you know, this kind of scenarios are it takes going into close contacts, maybe when you have a counseling session, for you to really dig deep, to really know the whys. Because many people are running on different scripts. Now, for that lady that may look beautiful on the outside, she could actually have gone through an emotional experience at some point in her life that has almost maybe made her to not, I mean, how do I explain this now? She might have gone through something, either in her upbringing, she may have gone through something, you know, growing up, that has made her not, you know, if you dig deep, you realize that it's not about her beauty, it's just that something about her is not attracting people. There's an aura that is repelling people. You know, she may have, that's just an instance, she may have experienced abuse. You know, maybe even on the inside of her, she
may just even be a case of self-confidence. Like you're not.
Yes.
To the outsiders, a person may be beautiful.
But
does
to
the
you,
person see herself as beautiful? That's a different question.
Exactly. Many perspective, choice, trauma, preference. So different things could play out. So you are seeing this beautiful lady, but she is not seeing herself as beautiful, and as such, she's not attracting.
Because when you see yourself, you're also teaching others how to see you.
Exactly, how to view you. So many things could play out, right? We may not be able to put it in a jacket, you know, and say this is what it is, right? So, but people are going through stuff, right? And these things, you know, maybe even what if our parents' marriage failed, and somewhere in our subconscious, it's like I don't desire marriage, or I don't want to get married, or I'm scared of marriage. You know, so different things could be playing out and finding expression unknowingly. And the sad thing is that this person may not even know that a script is playing out in her life. She may not even know. It will take having a therapy session, you're asking questions, you're digging, and then boom, you realize that, oh, somebody passed a comment to her when she was younger and said, "You ugly, fat, something," and that's how she just lost confidence about herself, right? So I think that these things,
many things, it could be many things. One, I think that one learning point is just the fact that, I mean, in general, being physically beautiful does not guarantee that you'll be the first to get married. So I think that's one learning point that anyone can take out of this question. Right? And so it's not a race of the most beautiful get off the shelf first. It's not that. No, it's not that. So even as a beautiful person, it doesn't take away the responsibility for certain actions on your part in terms of marital preparation. It's a plus that you're beautiful, but it should not become your crutch. It should not become your weakness. What should be an advantage should not become a disadvantage.
Your character, your values. See, Coach M, when you see a person of value, it's like ants going towards sugar.
Sugar.
It's a pull. So value will attract value. So I said to every single, be as valuable as possible. Build yourself. Because you can then attract someone of similar or even higher value. So
Exactly.
it's I wish everybody would just focus on yourself,
Focus.
build your
Value.
value,
Yeah.
and then don't settle for less. The right person will then show up.
I love it. You know why I'm so happy about what you said, because those are some of the things I wrote in my book. Because one of the things I treated in this book is the fact that you need to work on yourself first before you now begin to set out for maybe relationship or marriage. First of all is self-identity, self-awareness. Then from there, you find yourself, know who you are, know your worth,
Right.
find your values, find that thing that makes you tick. Now, let me use my wife as an example. I remember that she used to tell me that there were some guys that were asking her out and all that before I came into the picture. And she just used to look at those guys that, are you guys really joking? Like, you people expect that somebody like me will follow somebody like you? Because she didn't just see herself, getting married to such guys. Now, don't get me wrong, these guys were tongue-talking guys. They were believers. They were spiritual guys.
In fact, let me do a little bit of exposure. When we were in the family house, these people were top. You know that they are hierarchy in the family house.
Papa,
Yes,
Jensek.
Papa, Jensek, Bible study, and all. Exactly. I had like 2 or 3 of them, top hierarchy like this, and I know it's not about tongues.
Yeah.
Like I'd worked for myself so much that I was not faced, like I was not moved by title. I was not moved by all of these things, all these gymnastics. I would open my eyes
Somebody
to
say,
see.
NCCF family house. Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Thank God
We are together, but we need to tell ourselves the truth right now. Oh, you can't relate.
Oh, you can't relate?
Can.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Yes.
All these people that ran away from NCCF.
Right? So I was not even right there in the family house. I was getting the vibe of, wow, you this lady, what are you doing? All of those things. Only you. And I'm like, no, it still doesn't work. It still doesn't. It's still not my thing, because I'm not seeing what I want in life. Where I'm going is very far. And if some of these things do not align, I'm sorry, and as at that time, I was not even looking out to even be in any relationship. Because one thing about me is that when I see that people are trying to make it in a trend, I always don't like it. And you know that, yes. During service, people are always like, oh God, though, I did 4-0 in school. I did 5-0 in school. 5, God, settle me in this 7 year. I'm like, please don't pray that prayer around me. When God wants to do it, he's going to do it. So it was not even on my list in the first place. In fact, I didn't even want it to happen, so that they're not like, it was during service. So I'm like, God, I just want to do this thing and get out. Right? So when I was seeing all of these things, and I'd had experiences also when I was in school that, you see all these spiritual brother. It's good to be spiritual, but everything needs to be balanced. So put your attention right. When you work on yourself, you will not feel like you are losing out. When some people of title comes, you will not feel like, will I get somebody better with all these titles and achievements and accolades? Because and if Pastor Mildred used to say, look at Pastor Mildred now, for example, when she got married to Pastor K, like, how will you leave a medical doctor that is already there abroad for somebody that is not even earning, for God's sake? Yes, but because you know yourself, you know where you are going, you know your God, and you are seeing these things in this man, that it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time that you would reach your goal. You would smash those things, you would grow and you would expand. So, ladies, it's very, very important for you to work on yourself, work on your values. If you've not done this, you have no business with relationship. As far as I'm concerned, you have no business with relationship, because you're going to miss it already. Because you don't know what you want and why you want them. So anything goes for you. But when you sit down, you know yourself, you know where you're going, you know your values, you know everything about you, at least to a certain extent, because we keep knowing ourselves day by day. But
it would help you to say that this one, you're a good man, you're a good woman, no doubt about that, but we cannot progress in this area in life, So that's just my
Wow. I love this. In fact, I love the synergy. I love it. I love it.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot. And you remember that we promised people that this session is going to be hot. So anybody that is not here, that person is missing. I'm telling you. Because I've been enjoying myself, honestly. I've been enjoying myself so far, so much. I've been enjoying myself. So please, if you're on this call, if you're on this call and you're not following either Love and Emotions or Mr. and Mrs. Show, you are wrong. Please follow us. Please follow us.
Yeah.
Follow. Just follow. Just like Paul said, he said, follow me as I follow Christ.
Yes.
So just follow us as we follow Christ. Yes. So follow us as we follow Christ. And those of you who are not following us, who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Love and Emotions Up on YouTube. Mr. and Mrs. Show, what's your page on YouTube?
Same thing, Mr. and Mrs. Show.
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Show. So if you're not following Mr. and Mrs. Show on YouTube, you are wrong. Please go and subscribe. These are content that will bless you. They will bless you. There's something one of my mentors used to say, Pastor Bisi Adewale. He said, "There's no way your relationship or your marriage. There's no how beautiful it is right now that it can be better."
Yeah.
So whatever state, yes. So whatever state your relationship or your marriage is right now, it can be better. And how does it get better? It gets better by you feeding on content, just like the Bible tells us. He said, faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. So we hear these things. As we hear, we become transformed. Just like the Bible tells us. He said, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. As we look on him, our faces become radiant. We are not ashamed. So I just want to encourage everybody, if you're not following, please follow us as we follow Christ. All right. So on a rounding off note, does anybody have a question? If you have a question, in the next 1 minute, please drop your question so that we can answer your question. Then let's just hear from Mr. and Mrs. Show. What would be your parting word? What would be your parting word? What would be what do you think? Do you think even in marriage itself, really we've been paying more attention to relationships. Yeah. I want us at this point now to talk about marriage. Inside marriage, is beauty and brain, is it important inside marriage? If it's important, what's like the ratio, or how important it is? Is it that beauty is not important and the brain is more important? Now let's make reference to marriage.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me go first so that you can crown it all. What I was saying, right. Just as you were speaking, sis, you said you were coming on the importance of developing yourself, and just know that continues even in marriage, right? Exactly. Continues even in marriage. Before marriage, it's important. I like to say that you look with your eyes, but you see with your mind. The depth with which you develop your mind will affect how you see, and therefore affect your choice, who you pick. Because it's just like how if you decide you want to buy a car, for example, today, as you begin to drive on the road, you likely see the car everywhere. And it will be like, everybody's buying this car already. The thing is that the car was there the whole time. But your mind was not in a level of awareness, so you were not seeing. You were looking, but you were not seeing the car. So it's the same way. There are different types of men. There are God men, there are good men. But if you haven't developed to a level, you won't even see them. And the same thing with the men. You won't even see those ladies. And so even as you come into marriage, that development must continue, because there is still a place, like all my sister was sharing, about, decisions to be made. When you come into marriage, like Mr. Sho said earlier, I've never seen any interview where they interviewed people who have been married for long. And they asked them, so what's the secret to your success in marriage? And they said, oh, my husband is really tall, his height. I'm telling you. His height is still here 40 years. I've not seen that interview yet. So you will start to hear things that border on values, on character. But in the marriage, is beauty important? Of course, because you have to stay attracted to your partner. But like you said, is your ability to even stay attracted to your partner comes first from a place of values, because commitment is what will keep you there.
Yeah.
You will see more beautiful people, even as a lady, you see more handsome men.
Yeah.
But your ability to even stay is not first because she's beautiful, but it's first because you're committed.
Committed.
So you see that we can't put beauty. I can't put beauty ahead of the importance of brains in terms of values and intellect and all of that, because it is from that point that you can even receive beauty well. You can evolve as your partner evolves. You can receive him when he has one part. You can love him when he goes back to 6. You can love her when she's pregnant. All of it. So beauty is important. You must stay attracted, but attraction is not even just hinged on physical attributes. There's a way that your husband will share some insights with you. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Thank
You
you.
want to just jump on the man.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah. Like, where's this brain coming from? Where is it?
You know, what manner of wisdom is this? It's
Yeah.
attractive.
Oh my
Even
God.
that is attractive.
Yeah.
Even that touching impacts on physical attraction.
Yeah.
So it's not just one thing about being attracted to your partner. It's not just a physical fact. It's not just about their body shape and all. Their mind is also coming to play there. Their brain is also coming to play there. So yes, in marriage, it's important. Like my sister already emphasized it. There are critical decisions to be made. God is entrusting you, giving you custody of lives.
Yeah.
You can't joke around with that. That is not dependent on the size of your hips.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes. Yes. It's not.
So good.
It's not.
So good.
It's not.
Just the dish.
I say, even me. I'm telling you.
This is show.
That's it. I love it. I love it.
She's spoken and
Yes.
like we always say, for me, my wife being who she is, being intelligent, being smart, with the quality of work that she does, with the work she has out there, inspiring people to have, amazing careers and everything. That itself is attractive to me.
Yeah.
Purpose, our fulfilling purpose
Oh my God.
is
Oh
an aphrodisiac.
Come on now.
Yes. Yes. Say that again. Say that again. No, say that again. Say it again. Say it.
My wife's fulfilling purpose in itself is an aphrodisiac.
Yes.
It's in itself, it gets me turned on that.
Oh my God, that's it.
What manner of intelligence?
That's it.
You understand? So
yes, that's it.
In marriage, Gary Chapman said in his book that the butterfly stage doesn't exceed 2 years. You go from by the time you get to year 2, all those butterflies
don't finish.
What is really the life cycle of the butterfly?
It will just die.
Yeah.
So
less than 6 months.
Sparks it again. Commitment to seeing your partner's growth. Commitment to seeing that they become everything that God has called them to be under your watch. And as being a husband again, we have responsibility that this woman, husband to husband her, to be that, agriculture, that husbandry, that kind of gardener, that kind of protector, So in doing that, I find purpose. In doing that, she's beautiful to me. In doing that, she's attractive to me. In doing that, we love each other more. In doing that, we build synergies more. When we co-wrote, we've written a devotional together, and it was singles, right? And those preparing for marriage, right? That process, I didn't even think that I had books on the inside of me, right?
Wow.
But being married to my wife and just in our conversations, we realized that we need to do this. And guess what? I wrote to the men, my wife wrote to the women, and even what I even wrote, my own content was even more than us. But somebody pulled it out from me. Somebody encouraged me. That is the beauty and the brains that I'm talking about in marriage. Purpose. Not just okay, you have coffee hips. And I'm all for that. Look good, be attractive, look handsome, wine, because in the bedroom we do all these things. So we're not just going to go and say that of course we're not going to be writing another book in the bedroom. We but we'll not be doing that. We'll be doing other things. So you still need all of that. But we're saying that what sustains and keeps the marriage going, is visionary purpose. Because if by year 4 now we have finished all that we are supposed to do together, the marriage can be over now. But
Yes,
we are
no.
going far.
Yes, no.
There are so many books on the inside of us.
So many.
Coach O released a postpartum course. Like
Yes.
there's still so much more that you have to give to your world.
So much. Yes.
So that in itself keeps the marriage going, keeps us going. It's the mix of beauty and brains together.
Yeah. I love it. So
Phenomenal.
good. So good. In fact, if we close on this note, that's okay. We are good. In fact,
We can take your
okay. We can. Yes, we can take the offering. Ushers. Where are the ushers? Pass the basket.
Our
Pass
account
the
is
basket.
on the screen. If you want to do transfer, do it to this account.
The comment section has been buzzing, in fact.
Yeah, oh my God.
Some comments.
Okay. So let's just take some comments as a round off. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I enjoyed this
I'm
session.
telling you.
I love it so much.
Again.
Yes, so somebody said 100% Mr. Show is tripping again. Abio. Pay bride price again. No. So Mr. Show, please consider that. Pay bride price again. No. Mrs. Show, please make sure you collect your money and it's complete.
Yes.
No, wow.
In fact, every single day I speak to our
Every
parents.
single day.
I want to give them much more about because
Awesome.
how did you
I
raise
love
such an
this.
amazing daughter?
I
You
love
understand?
this. I love this. So somebody said, I feel spam in the woods. I can't go empty with that. Yeah, God go replenish, nurturing.
Spend the money.
Absolutely. Did you feel you were in love before you got married or attraction grows? Okay, so somebody is asking a question. Did you feel you were in love before you got married or attraction grew? So in a minute, let's just answer that.
Sure.
Hope you understand the question.
Okay.
You understand the question, Abby?
Yes, we can see it. Yes.
All right.
Well, I think that there's a similarity between our story and theirs.
Yeah.
Just speaking specifically, since the question is directed at.
Okay.
We did come to love each other, but it didn't start out as, oh, I'm in love with you, let's go into a relationship. It started out as just connecting on the level of the world, being the same fellowship, having reason to have conversation, finding a lot of insight in the things that we shared in our conversations. That's causing us to talk a bit more or a lot more, and then that just grew into a level where we had to just be like, this friendship is a unique thing. Let's really talk about friendship.
It's making sense. Yes.
And we realized that we had come to a point where we felt like, the story is long, but in summary, we eventually just, began to appreciate some level of alignment in the things that we had to do, in the things that God had put in our hearts to do, some level of alignment that just caused us to just say, you know what, let's pray about this, let's see, and, we took this to the next level. So that point where we got to that, we had to talk about our friendship again. Feelings had gotten involved. That was why there was need to look at things. Okay,
Awesome.
so yes, we came to love each other, but that love and attraction has grown over the years.
Yeah.
It has grown over the years because as I come to express more of him, till now I always say that whatever you do as a lady, just marry a kind man. Because
Oh my God.
there are days
Oh my
that
God.
it's just you are still angry, you are still packing face for your husband, something that's happened, but he will just do something kind. And it's just hit you that I cannot be fighting this type of man now.
Yes.
Right? So,
Yes.
there as you go through seasons, the way I saw him stand with me in pregnancy, as you go through seasons, you will grow in your love for one another. Every kind action, every kind word is watering that seed of love in the ground, causing it to keep growing and blossoming. So yes, that process of growing in love continues. But yeah, for us, we also hit that point, to an extent, and that led us to, taking our journey further.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But let me just add this because
okay,
I think
add please.
what you may have been saying from this question is that maybe were we like emotionally in love from the very beginning, and for us that was from the very
But
beginning.
it was not the first.
Yeah, that was not the case. I think it was more.
A very small girl.
It was more of an agape kind of love. And when I say
Agape.
kind of love, is that love where you both
Bless you,
are
sister. Bless you,
seeking.
brother.
No, not that one, not that one. Wait now. It's the one where both of us were seeking the best out of each other.
Yeah.
Because
You
you know,
said it,
seeking the best good out of each other. No ulterior motive, but just seeking to see that, oh, they are doing fine, they are doing well, oh, they are progressing. It was much after I'd even left uni that conversations about getting married or dating really came up, right? But once we were even still together, it was just more from. So I was to this person, build friendship first.
Yes.
Build friendship first. It's a good foundation
For marriage.
for marriage. I know there are some exceptions where some people get married in 2 days, in 6 days, in 6 weeks. But I don't subscribe to that 100%. I think you should take your time to build friendship first, and then it begins to metamorphose into other things. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. And really for us, that would be our own answer too. We agree to that. Build friendship. For those people who follow us, you will know that we are big on friendship before marriage. I mean, like, we are big on it, because for us that was our foundation. So there's no way we can even be teaching you that oh yeah, love each other, because till tomorrow that friendship is the basis on which we grow the love.
Absolutely.
Is the basis.
Absolutely.
Even from interaction from people who are observant, you will know that the two couples here are friends. Do you understand? You will know. It's not something you will hide. Do you understand? And friendship helps you fulfill purpose.
Absolutely.
There are times that in a day I can call my wife like how many times in a day, and on the call we are fulfilling purpose. Oh, okay, babe, what's the next thing we are doing here?
And she won't get
this
bored
one
of your
at some
calls.
point. And she will not get. In fact, she will be looking forward to it. Sometimes she will tell me that you have not called me since morning. Now what's going on? Maybe because me, I'm busy with something else. Do you get it? But when I saw that, okay, I have time now, I'll call.
And
then,
the creativity behind it. I know I used to say something.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Do you understand? So imagine such statement.
Or sometimes I'll come out open the gate. I'll be like, I want to like
You know that kind
I
of thing.
expect that sometimes. We'll be like, yeah, I can't ball.
Exactly.
Little things like that. I mean.
Exactly. That's the friendship we're talking about.
Yes.
It's not the one that you be like, daddy, please, we want to say this. I don't know what to say. Those kind of. No, marry your friend. You get why. You understand? You get why. So at this point, it's been a very fruitful session. Parting words, please. If you're not followed any of us, Love and Emotions Up and Mr. and Mrs. Show, please follow us on Instagram. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channels, Love and Emotions Up and Mr. and Mrs. Show, please go and subscribe. Subscribe. We want to together just really appreciate you both, Mr. and Mrs. Show. Honestly, we enjoyed this session. We loved it.
You very, very
we
much.
loved it.
Thank
We
you.
enjoyed it.
God
We enjoyed it.
bless you. Real
And
good.
yes, and we're going to be having sessions like this from time to time. So expect our
These
call.
people, they need to hear it.
They need to hear it.
We need to hammer it.
Yes,
Like,
we must hammer it in their ears. Yes.
We break it hammer.
Sorry, as Coach was sharing about
Yes.
those fellowship guys and all those things.
Yes,
I was
yes,
saying to
yes.
myself that me and Coach M need to do something for this
Yes.
for this men. How to help men.
That's true.
They
Yeah.
know how to
Yeah.
properly
Yeah.
present
I agree.
themselves.
I agree.
It's not
Yes.
just
Yes.
it's not just
Yes.
tongues.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a way to, because
I agree.
Christian
I
sisters
We
agree.
need to
are
do something.
tired of some of these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to see and put something
Yes.
together
Yes.
I agree.
help
I agree with you.
that kind of
I'm game.
demographic.
I'm really game. I'm really game on it. Even if it's for us to start from the likes of maybe school fellowships or NCCF or those Christian bodies. Let's speak to them when we have opportunity. Let's speak to them and really groom those guys, because our ladies, our Christian ladies are really looking out there for all these worldly guys. You'll be
Yes.
surprised to hear a Christian lady be